Hello, Capricorn. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, illustrated by Mark Evans. Is this say illustrated? Yep, illustrated by Mark Evans here. Actually, at the bottom, you can see the spelling of both of those names and the name Witch's Tarot, along with Llewellyn.com. If you're interested in the website, feel free to freeze frame on that if you want to check that stuff out, of course. Supportive Oracle cards. Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. Websites on the back, torihartman.com, watkinspublishing.co.uk, or watkinspublishing.com. Of course, again on this one. Feel free to freeze frame and check out whatever you would like to check out if you're so inclined. If we're inclined, okay. If we're inclined. Are we going to have high tea now, shall we? Okay. No, it's over here. I don't know about that. Okay. If there's one thing that I believe about Capricorn, is that y'all can hold your ground like nobody's business. Okay, you can. I don't know how to say this, because I want it to come across in a positive way, but this is what I'm really getting. Be careful somebody doesn't play you and gets you to hold your ground in a way that helps them and doesn't help you. Because I feel like somebody's messing with me. And I'm getting the hiccups because it's like, if you can see it, you're golden. You're golden, you'll be fine. But you got to see it. And I feel like there's a pattern with somebody. Somebody has messed with you before. They may have even gloated in the past. Because they got you to hold your ground. And while you were holding back and not doing, and just you were holding your ground, they did all this other wacky stuff. And then they kind of gloated, kind of like, while you were doing that, while you were being all stubborn, I got all this and I got all that. Okay, so we're looking at this in retrospect. So we got to see somebody for the fox that they are. I like foxes, I do. But it's kind of like, it's cunning, it's a little sneaky sometimes. They are sneaky, they're cute. They're not, I don't see foxes as bad. It's just you got to realize what's going on and see them for what they are. I'm also one of those people, I like foxes in the wild. I feel like they should be in the wild. I don't know why I'm going there, but there you go. They're cute to see, but I'm not looking to have one in my house. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so this is what we're starting with. You just got to identify this, because when you see it, you're like, wait a minute. Before they strategize against me, I'm gonna see what it is, and you know what, Capricorn has a couple tricks. Y'all have a couple tricks if you want to. If you see things coming, you can shock people. When you have a plan, other people don't need to know it. I feel like that's a thing with Capricorn too. When you're planning something, people don't have to know your plan. Only you have to know your plan, and you're going to stick with your plan. Other people might be surprised, and they might think you're doing something random, but you're going to know, no, it's not random. It's not random at all. I knew what I was going to do. I just didn't tell you. That's Capricorn to me, especially if you don't really care for somebody or they're pushing your buttons. They're pushing it. You'll plan things. You'll know what you're going to do. They may think it's random, but you're like, no, I'm not random. I know what I'm doing. I'm not a Capricorn. I'm a Pisces, but still. So this is a weird energy. I feel like it's almost like a frenemy. God forbid it's like a romantic partner. It could be a person at work. I don't know. I feel like when you realize who this is, you'll know how this fits. Kind of like they're friendly. It's almost like that sibling that like they'll protect you from other people trying to beat you up, but they'll smack you themselves. They'll cuff you. Like, especially when you were a kid. Hopefully not now. But it's like, when you were a kid and you're like, your sibling would beat the tar out of you, but if somebody else tries to beat the tar out of you, they'll have your back. It might be that kind of energy, if you kind of follow me. Like, nobody else is allowed to make like your life hell, but they can. It's that one. It could be that one. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that's what I'm getting. And I'm saying that because it's a weird relationship is what I'm getting. It's an awkward one at times. There's love there. You care. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be. Doesn't have to be. But it's kind of like they're helpful. They're good, but sometimes they're not. I feel like that's a sibling relationship more than like. It doesn't have to be. Sometimes it's a friend relationship. Sometimes it's other things. I've had work relationships like that actually. I have. Actually. Anyway, it could be any type of relationship. You know if it's there or not. I'm remembering that now, and I'm like, why did I? All right. Anyway, you do care though. There's a lot of love there. And I feel like you let a lot of things slide with this person because they have helped you out in the past. They tend to be more to your advantage than your disadvantage, but once in a while it's like they're the biggest thorn in your side once in a while. If they'll never let you completely fail, but they'll drive you nuts. But if somebody else comes at you, they have your back. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I think it either fits or it doesn't. I'm moving on because I'm frustrated with it, but I'm kind of like I guess I like this relationship. Seems a little bit counterproductive. A little bit, dare I say, it's a bit toxic at times. Sounds toxic to me, but you decide what you think of that. If it hits, you know what you think. It's your business how you're going to handle that. You have dealt. This person has gotten right under your skin though, at times, but you still don't. You haven't ejected them from your life. You seem to keep them in your life. They seem to be quite stable in your life. You don't seem like you're going to get rid of them. In fact, if this reading's going to hit, maybe you just recently had a moment of success with them. They've done something in your favor and it's been really good, but now it seems like they're being a little cold, they're being a little bit dismissive, I would say. I'm getting the word dismissive, like they're dismissing what you're thinking, or they're just ignoring you maybe lately, and they're kind of like, why are they being so weird? Are we just having a moment? Okay, I guess. This is also that person, when they're quiet, you're like, I guess I'm just going to let them be quiet, whatever. They'll come around when they want to. Can we get anything else with that? It's a little interesting. Tower card is there with the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Something's going on with this person. Again, this is that... I've already explained it. I'm not going to explain it again because I feel like it's obnoxious. But I'm getting like they're pulling something. They're pulling something. Frenemy. I keep getting like this frenemy feel. I don't want to go through the whole explanation again. I just don't. You know. You either know or you don't. They're pulling something. And it's coming forward in the next few months. But you can get ahead of it now. In fact, I would say if this is really hitting for you and you are a Capricorn, but if it's hit, you don't have to be a Capricorn for this to hit. I get that. But I'm just saying, especially if you resonate with that type of energy, that Capricorn type feel, the sooner you're getting in line with it, the easier it's going to be for you later. Because once you see it like, okay, we're acting weird, we're pulling some little thing, something's going on with this one, you can get ahead of it. And if you get ahead of it, you actually see what's going on. I feel like they're not expecting you to figure them out. For some reason, they just don't really think you can. You can. They don't see that. Let them keep thinking that, because the more they think that you can't get ahead of them or you can't figure out what they're doing, the easier it's going to be for you to figure it out. So, you know what I mean? Why make extra work for you? Just keep it to yourself. Keep an eye on them. Don't give them a heads up that you're watching, because it'll be that much easier for you to figure out what's actually going on here. It's advice. You're going to clearly do what you want to do. I respect that. I'm just advice. Take it, leave it, whatever makes you happy. Because I feel like whatever's coming forward, I feel like I'm staying out. You do seem to still care. I know it says soulmate. I feel more of like a family type feel, or like you're very bonded with this person. So I would say this person's like a soul family member. So no matter how they connect with you, like work, romance, friendship, sibling, whatever it is, I consider it like a soul family. Certain people just are like, they're just a part of your heart. Like it's part of your soul family. I'm not going to go crazy with that term right now. When they start to play their game, I feel like you've already figured it out. If this reading is hitting and you're watching and you're figuring out what they're doing, you're like, oh, that's what they want. Because they're going to start playing their game and they're going to try to push you. Because it seems like that's something you do with Capricorn. If people who think they know how Capricorns work think, they'll push a Capricorn to try to get you to hold your ground. They'll try to like, no, you got to go do this. You got to go do this. And while they're trying to push you to do something else, they know you're going to hold tighter to what you currently have and you're not going to let go. So in their mind, you're going to get so caught up in holding on to what you currently have that you're going to be too distracted to see what they're doing over here onto the side, because you're in defense mode, holding what you have, not paying attention to what's over there. You're holding on to what you have, and that gives them opportunity to do what they want. Meanwhile, when you see this coming, you're going to be like, well, I know that's safe, and I have some safeguards. I put a couple safeguards around it anyway, just to be sure. I did. And I have other people looking out for it too, so it's safe. And I'm going to let this person think I'm holding my ground there, but that's not going anywhere anyway. And I'm going to keep an eye on what they're doing, and then I'm going to be like, wait a minute, oh, that's what they're doing? Oh, look at that, I already blocked it. I already blocked that. I guess they're not going to get what they want. They tried to play me, and they were wrong. And I feel like you've already gotten ahead of it because you saw where they were going, and you're like, I already blocked that. And my stuff's secure still, so to you. So big on that one. I don't know if you're going to say anything, but I feel like if this reading hits and you get ahead of it and you see where it's going, you're going to secure what's yours, and you're going to like, I know they're going to play that game with me, so I'm just going to secure what's mine so they can't mess with it. But I'm also going to block them from going over there because I know where they're going, and they're going to try to distract me so they can sneak over there and get something that they shouldn't have. So I'm going to block that too before they even get over there. And I feel like this is going to go to your advantage. You're going to block them from taking something they think they can get. I actually like how this works out. It's the Five of Pentacles, which the basic meaning of that is like feeling left on the outside. It's just not you that's going to be on the outside. You're going to block somebody else on the outside, and they're not going to get something they think they can kind of snake away from you. I also feel like this energy doesn't last too long. I don't think you have to spend your life guarding whatever that is, because I feel like once they realize it's already blocked, I feel like they're like, oh. I don't think they're going to hold on very long. I feel like they're going to change their sights and they're going to go a different direction relatively quickly. I feel like this is a general read, clearly, but you know this person better than I know this person. I feel like you have a good idea of like how long they're going to keep trying until they go a different direction. And once you see them go a different direction, you'll handle it appropriately. And that's that. Actually, I think this works out pretty good for you. If this all hits correctly, I think this works pretty good. If this is already happening, it's already happening. You know what I mean? It's not creating this situation. It's either there or it's not. So, all right, I'm going to let that go there. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.